Welcome back to Katawa Shoujo episode 6. I know it's been a while since I uploaded the Katawa Shoujo episode. It's because recently I was sort of like banned from my room. Not from the computer, but from my room. And so, uh, I don't know about you, but like, there's not many places in my house where I can really record. So my room. The reason why I was like banned or like from my room or like grounded was because there was a lot of times where no, it was because I was in my room and I had headphones on and I was listening to like a video, and basically my brother, he started like ringing on the doorbell, but I couldn't hear it due to the fact that my headphones were on and stuff. So he had to wait outside for quite a long time, like 45 minutes, and I feel really bad about it. But yeah, so now that it's back and the week's over, I can now record again. So hope you guys enjoy, and let's load up. Let's go. Oh yeah, I am still sick. Whenever I record, I'm sick basically. So really. Alright, so last time where we left off, we met Rin Suzuka, and I think that was basically the whole episode. It took like one whole episode. So let's start. Two flights of stairs below, trouble appears in the form of the head nurse and his fox-like grin. So we're gonna talk to the nurse now. Ah, Mr. Nakai, what a happy coincidence. Tezuka too, of course. He nods courteously to Rin, who does not acknowledge him back, then turns to me because obviously it's me who he has some business with. There's something I forgot to mention on Monday. I nod and wait impassively because I can't even begin to guess what he forgot. The feeling of the handle delving deeper into my skin doesn't make me feel enthusiastic about this interruption either. Just put it down then. It's about your medications. Since you haven't been that long on your current medications, there might be some unexpected side effects, which might require adjusting dosages or even changing to another kind of medication. So we will do a few tests regularly, but what I want is for you to keep an eye on everything in your condition that feels off, if you get what I mean. Nausea, headache, anything, and come see me if something happens. Alright. So how are you? Everything fine? I give up and drop the can to the floor. Thanks, man. You should have dropped it like 1,000 years ago, okay? Before answering him. Apparently this takes longer than my biceps candle. I'll just put it down. I'm about to say something generic as an answer, but then I realized how often I've done that lately. Other people have asked me that too. Teachers and students here. My parents, visitors, nurses, doctors at the hospital. I haven't seen my parents for a long time for some reason, but everyone seems to be concerned about that. It's natural for a hospital, not so much for a school. Except this school, because this school is basically... Nah, kidding. This is a small school and both the student base and the faculty seem to be very tightly knit. At least that's the feeling I'm getting. No, not that. Okay. This is not the kind of school that gets transfer students too often. The thought sends shivers up my spine, but I give a generic answer anyways. Of course you do. Of course, you just always give generic answers. Like, that's great. Also, one other thing. My sources tell me that you've been at neither the school track nor even the pool. So I'd like to know if you have taken up exercising as I asked. Of course I haven't, but his way of inquiring gives me the feeling that I should have been running my ass off on the track since the very first day. I think you should have, probably. You have people spying on me? Not as such, I just happen to know a few people. But that's not the issue here, so don't try to slip out of it. Well, I was actually just doing some improvised weightlifting as an exercise. I pick up and lift the can up and down a few times like some sad imitation of a bodybuilder. Even though it's weighing down on my arms painfully. That's Oh, the stupid grin disappears from his face for a second, then comes back like it was never gone. Tezuka, would you give us a second? The nurse grabs me by the shoulder without waiting. Okay, the music stops. This is like some really creepy stuff, okay? The nurse grabs me by my shoulder without waiting for Rin's permission, which he didn't need in the first place, and drags me aside. When I told you to exercise, I wasn't joking. I understand that you are still on your first week and all, but please don't ignore the importance of this. The reason I'm coming down this hard on you is the habits are not easy to form. The more you slip and postpone, the harder it'll be. It's the same with everything, like dieting. Can you promise me to be more serious about this from now on? Maybe. Of course, yes. Yeah, I promise, definitely. He stutters me for a moment and then shrugs, smiling again. Okay, that's more like it. If you go to the school track tomorrow morning, you meet my spy, who probably has no qualms offering consultation to you if you want to jog a bit. Consultation? See you around. Well, it's obviously Emmy. Who else can it be? He leaves with a wave of his hand and no answer, and I walk to Rin, who has been waiting, idly leaning against the hallway wall and staring at the pale lighting fixtures in the ceiling. Even when I approach, she doesn't move her eyes off them. Are you getting medications for your heart thingy? Were you listening? It comes out more accusatory than I intended, accidentally lashing out on her. But even so, I don't really want to start talking about it. I just met her. I don't know her. It's not her business. The nurse seems to be happily ignorant about confidentiality too, talking about that kind of thing in public. But it's not Rin's fault, is it? I look up at her, suddenly feeling a bit guilty, but Rin is just staring past my shoulder quizzically, her head tilted like a bird's. Sigh. I don't know why this is so hard for me. It feels like there's some inexplicable lock that prevents me from being more upfront about this. Yeah, they're for my heart. Will they make you better? No, not really. They just make me a little less worse. Rin keeps looking at me for a while longer, and she neither says anything further, nor displays any kind of emotion I could discern. I'm thankful that she doesn't. I think I'm still not quite used to all this. At the hospital it was easy, but I still haven't sorted my feelings about having to live a normal life with this disability. We leave the main building and Rin leads us outwards towards the dome. We stop at a small patch of greenery in front of the dome building. The dome is built on a slightly elevated ground and a wall, a few trees that everyone has to circle around every time they come or go. It's probably the only inconvenient design in this school. Yeah, so this is the girls' dorm room if you don't know. Or rather the dome building. The entire wall made of the same kind of bricks as the building itself has been covered with some sort of painting. Most of it is still more sketches, quick lines drawn with black and white against the grey plastering that covers almost the entire length of the wall, but some places look a bit more finished. There are human faces and legs and hands. I can't quite say what the painting as a whole might portray. Stacks of what seem to be paint cans are arranged in piles on the ground beside the wall. See, the left side is hardly off the ground yet. It's because I couldn't get in the mood yesterday, so I gave up and went to meditate instead. Then it was Sunday morning. I have to work on it, but the guys from art class are helping with the negative spaces and base surfaces and whatever, which is a problem. It's easier to paint big areas if there are a lot of people with hands. The reach is better and it's faster too. She goes on a tangent of a tangent, waving a little with her arm, or whatever of it that's actually to demonstrate even though I got the point already. The white cotton of her sleeve flaps around and it makes me think it could look sadder than it does. Oh. Actually no, flapping around like it seems like a bird, and the way she tilts her head, she's like a bird, and Emmy is a rabbit, she's a bird, Lily is like what's a peaceful animal? A dove, maybe? Doves are birds though. Misha's like a lion maybe? Shizun is like an eagle? I don't know. She's like a sparrow. Rin's like a sparrow. But it makes me feel out of place, like almost every tangible reminder of the student's bases, special properties, has in the past few days. This girl doesn't notice my dreary feelings, of course, or the fact that she's lost me a while ago already, and just keeps on blabbering. So that's why I'm trying to figure out there's something I need to figure out, and then figure that out before it's too late and all hope is lost. Thanks, I totally caught what you're saying. Why would the hope be lost? Because paint has to be painted, and then it has to dry, and then it has to be painted over with another kind of paint. I learned that the hard way. It's like painting walls, not painting like art, but painting walls. It takes time. Like what she said. She finally stops, apparently thinking she's made kind of a statement that makes sense. I think it's best to start from the top. So this is your project. You did this? Yes. All of it? Yes. Nice, but I stumbled with my words, suddenly feeling like I walked straight into a minefield of political incorrectness. It's okay, you can say it. I probably won't get mad. I blushed really hard. I don't really know what would be the right thing to say, if any. It feels that I'm way more sensitive than Rin is though. This is really awkward. Don't you want to ask? How do you paint without your hands? See, I'm an easy person to talk to, right? With my feet. I almost guessed that already, but isn't it hard to do? You're good at guessing. Thanks, man. Thanks, Rin. I am good at guessing. I know. Anyway, I don't think it is, but maybe I'm used to it by now. I can get my mind around the fact that she could be an artist, but seeing how adept she was using her feet to eat, I figured painting might not be a problem either. Neither of us has anything more to add to the subject. The afternoon light works pretty well. I was afraid it would look too flat, but it's not like that after all. I think it's actually pretty interesting. I wanted to see what it looks like in dim light. Do you think it's flat? Well, paintings tend to be flat. Not like that flat. You know, flat like some people are. No substance, no meat, where there should be some. I know a few girls are. Okay, I get it. But I couldn't really tell. I'm not good with art. I can't name many artists or artistic terms. So I don't really have anything to say. Rin shrugs her shoulders at that, saying suit yourself without saying it, and looks up at the sky as if trying to look for something up there. I don't think I'd get any actual work done, but if you give me a hand with the paint, I could do a little before it's too dark. I wanted to get a halogen lamp like the ones they have at the sports track, but there aren't any. Rinshaw is quick to recruit my help, as was Shizen. It really makes me feel that the festival is such a big project that every pair of hands is needed. Why not? I'm not really sure if I can be of any help though. It's just mixing some paints. You can do that. Probably. Do you have motor control problems like, those people who have some? Cerebral palsy, maybe? Not that I know of. I get it. Hard thingy has nothing to do with that. She gives me a sly look for no reason. No, it doesn't. Let's do it then. So she sits on an empty wooden box and very naturally picks up a white brush between the toes of her bare right foot. I open a few of the cans and pour some of the contents into shallow bowls of mixing. The thick paints flow lazily from the can to the bowl like syrup. I mix them, creating funny, hypnotic-looking swirl patterns that melt quickly into each other to form a new monotone hue. Rin sets to work every now and then, asking me for a hand with something or the other. Finding different brushes is easy enough, but mixing the paints to be the exact tone this girl is apparently seeing in her head is a frustrating ordeal. She wants precision down to the last milliliter before she's satisfied, but her instructions are obscure at best. Okay, that is a weird painting, but I like it actually. Add half a splash of green. I crouch down to pick the can of bright green. The other green, this green. I carefully pour some of the other green paint into the mixing bowl. No, there's almost a whole splash, more white. What? Is green a good color to add? No idea, you're the artist here. A hint of smile appears from the corner of her mouth. Do you like an opinion? No, it's just that I have no idea. It's okay, because I got an idea. Add more white. With this exclamation, I pour a minuscule amount of white into the bowl and mix it. It looks slightly whiter. Wow, that's a good observation, my friend. That's not good. It has to be like the color when you wake up and you know that you saw the meaning of life in your dream but can't remember it. No idea what color that is. Maybe it's yellow. Despite the impossibility of mixing a color like the change of seasons or any thought nonsense that being imposed on me, I find myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. I probably would as well. Seeing a painting being born on the plastered wall feels like magic. I spend the moments I've been mixing paints crouching down on the paving and just looking at her work. It feels slightly intrusive at first, like breaking some imaginary intimacy, but Rin doesn't seem to mind the least bit. Maybe it's just in my head. Her entire presence emits a completely different air as she patiently works the details, adding layers of paint on top of the other layers of paint, steadily moving her foot across the wall to add new shapes. When I manage to produce a passable mixture of paint, the red smile on her face is oddly rewarding. Apart from the few words, when discussing paint mixes, neither of us says a word for the longest time. And even those short discussions soon evolved into a shorthand, both of us developing and using weird impromptu code words for various paint and hues, as if there was some need to conserve words and breath and sound. Oh, it turned dark. Alright. Well, there's not really any paint. I don't see any paint on the wall, but okay. We stay there late into the evening until it becomes too dark to paint properly. Is it? Okay. Alright, so what's next? Do I have to click? Next, okay. Sound of an alarm pulls me out of a fitful slumber into the unpleasant state of wakefulness. I linger under the blanket for a few minutes, gathering energy to rise up while making excuses as for why I really haven't. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here for all day. School is surprisingly exhausting after a long pause, and the culture shock still has not faded, I think. So despite getting me an impression that skipping class is easy here, I don't think they are going to let me get away that easily. And the nurse is bound to keep breathing down my neck with the talk of exercising as well. So eventually I do rise up, swallow the morning medications, and put on my old soccer clothing. Thanks to my condition, I was exempted from taking part of gym classes at Yamaku, so I didn't get issued with a gym outfit. I'd like a gym outfit. I ordered some to cover such a contingency, but wearing my old soccer clothes is kind of nostalgic. That's true though. I can't use them for that anymore, so maybe they can get a new life this way, a bit like me. After all, if I'm going to start taking care of myself, I can't afford to stack around, so I'll start from the basics. Basics which include keeping the rest of my body in shape along with what little I can do to strengthen my heart. Maybe then I can go back to something approaching a normal life, or at least something where I'm less likely to fall over dead at any minute. I'm surprised to discover that I'm not the only person present at the track. Not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. The prosthetic-legged girl who bowled me over in the hallway yesterday is running on the track lithely, like a half-mechanical gazelle. What was her name again? It was a short one, but I can't remember. It's Emmy. She seems to be running laps at somewhat easy lope, her prosthetic legs clacking rhythmically on the hard track surface. I wonder what reason she has for running this early in the morning. Maybe it's something akin to mine, and the nurse is oppressing the poor girl to jog just like he is oppressing me. I certainly wouldn't be here if it weren't for my health, and it's prompting me to do so. And even with things being like they are, it's only because I wanted to get it out of the way early. The fact that I would be less likely to encounter someone who would witness my pitiful attempts to get in shape was merely a happy accident. I'd leave, but it seems that my former assailant noticed me on the last lap. She waves at me cheerfully and jogs over. Good morning. Your name is Hisao, right? She grins, seemingly pleased that she remembered my name. You may not remember me. Emmy, I knocked you over in the hall yesterday. How could I forget such a blunt introduction? Emmy has the decency to look vaguely apologetic for a moment before giggling. Yeah, sorry about that, again. Well, so long as you don't make a habit of it, I suppose I'll be fine. Great! I'm not sure she realized I was joking. So the spy consultant the nurse was talking about, is that actually you? That's right! Oh, I was expecting someone from the nursing staff, to be honest. What, are you saying I don't look like I could be a spy? No, this is more like a relief. I was afraid he would have someone to watch my every move. Unless you are here to do exactly that. No, I'm here for my own reasons. The nurse just asked me if I had seen a messy air transfer student who looks like he's kinda lost around the track. So, why are you down here? Emmy strikes a dramatic pose. Training! For what? Track. Ah, I see you're on the track team then. Emmy nods enthusiastically. Yep, I'm one of the better runners too. And models and models about it too. Hey, you should join up. It's good exercise, you know. I think that much activity is probably out of the question for me. Nah, I'm not even sure that I really like running all that much. Plus, I'm not just into organized sports, you know. It's true, I never even really got much into soccer. I mean, I run around with my friends and all, but that wasn't really the only reason I ever played. It wasn't for the glory to be found on the field, that's for sure. Emmy seems to understand my meaning. I see. Not into the whole organization thing, I see. But now that you're here, I guess we're going to run together, huh? What? Yeah, sure, I guess. Emmy seems pleased. Are you going to warm up? Real men don't warm up. Oh no, you should always warm up. Bad Hisao. What? Am I a dog now? What? She scolds me enthusiastically, but then smiles and leans closer. I hate warming up too. She laughs silently. Heck, I don't even have to stretch my legs. As if to confirm her statement, she bounces up and down a couple of times, giving a passing impression of standing on a pair of springs. Her leg blades seem to be quite elastic. Let's go! So we both take off around the track, and I can immediately see that she wasn't lying about being good at running. Emi moves fluidly, throwing herself into the run with a sort of wild abandon. I find myself concentrating more on running properly. Hands spread, right? Something about hitting on the balls of your feet rather than the heels. I try to match my stride to Emi's, but it's pretty difficult. Apparently I'm not very good at it. Maybe Emi could help me with that sometime. I'm really not feeling up to more than a couple of laps today and still to a walk pretty quickly. Emi keeps running and doesn't seem to notice I've stopped until she passes me a second time. She quickly skids to a halt, breathing steadily in contrast to my own somewhat gasping demeanor. Finished already? I hang my head ruefully. Yeah, I'm not in very good shape right now. Emi nods and then grins at me again. She seems to do a lot of smiling. Well, the important thing is you started, right? Next time you just have to try to hold out longer, then longer and longer, and eventually you'll be great. I'll keep that in mind. But I think right now I'm going to get ready for class. Shouldn't you? Emi shrugs unconcernedly. Nah, I've got plenty of time. I noticed that she's not wearing a watch. Are you sure? Another careless shrug. Ooh, I muted, sorry. Not really, but I got to finish my routine. See you later, Hisao. Yeah, see ya. I'm not sure whether this morning's experiment was a success or a failure, but I admit that I do feel slightly good about getting out there this morning. And like Emi said, I just need to keep at it in order to get better, right? Practice makes perfect, or something like that. You know, there was something like really true that like my swimming coach when I was young said. He said perfect practice makes perfect, not practice makes perfect. So your practice itself has to be perfect if you want to be perfect, so that's cool. It's nice at least to feel like I've taken some semblance of control over my own health. I'll have to try to keep this up. Oh yeah, it's coloured now. I head back to the dorms to wash and change into my uniform, trying to resist the urge to take a really long and hot shower. Tired from all the running, so I just want to unwind, but I don't want to break my slowly building routine of getting to school before the morning rush. Wait, is this the girls' dorm or the boys' dorm? I can't tell. I thought this was the girls' dorm. Oh, okay, I know this part. After taking a long shower anyways, I dry myself off and get out the stall to put on my clothes. Out of nowhere, a shadow appears within the mist, looming and radiating malicious intent. It bursts through the fog. What's up? What are you doing here? What the hell? You scare me. What's your problem? I should be asking you that. I've been looking for you all over the place, man. What do you mean all over the place? I want to ask if he's been looking for me like that, stuck naked, but I hold my tongue back. I finally realize I'm still naked too and quickly hold up my shirt in front of me, but Kenji doesn't seem to notice a thing. His glasses are fogged up, but then why doesn't he wipe them off? Is his vision so bad that he's perpetually seeing through fog? You know, your room and yeah, that's it. Hey, I mean, I still have to get up though. Whatever, it's not important. Can I borrow some money? He puts on an innocent face and looks away, trying very hard to look very casual. Doesn't work. He's as transparent as his window pane sized glasses. Talking usually like this, wearing nothing, feels awkward. Actually, somehow it's even more awkward to be naked in front of someone when they can't see me being naked, to say nothing of the fact that he's naked as well. I try to brush the feeling off with little success. Money? Sure. Awesome. Wait, why do you need it? Can't you just give it to me because I had the goodwill not to run through your pockets while you were in the shower? I could have, but I exercised restraint. And in the end, isn't it the thought that counts? Come on, be a pal. This makes no sense. If it's the thought that counts, I should withhold payment. Since his thoughts were so clearly impure and his intentions are probably even more sinister since he can't tell me what they are. I say as much to him. I'm offended, man, but if that is your game, then fine. I guess I have no choice. I want to order a pizza. And I already have most of the cost of the pizza. I need your help for the rest. I get some of the pizza too, right? No. Are you serious? Yeah, I will give you some, but you have class. You don't have time to eat pizza. What about you? I'm not going to class. I have to wait for the pizza and pay the guy and then eat it. It's not easy. You have to open the pizza stealthily. If you don't, everyone will see you and the pizza and they will ask for size. That was my drink, by the way. It's a hard world out there. Everyone wants a piece. Then you're left pizzaless in an unforgiving world. It's happened before, that's how I know. Every day, I plan my ventures so that when the people who wrongly order a pizza, I will be there, ever vigilant. Kenji strikes a dramatic pose, completely without irony. The fact that he's naked and... But yeah, I only need like 400 yen. Please, you're my only hope. I can't go outside and buy my own pizza, it's too far. Try not to go out unless it's absolutely necessary. Let me tell you what happened the last time I went out without carefully planning it out in advance. I was outside, I can't remember what I was doing. Something, standing, maybe wondering how I got there. And then out of nowhere, it happened. Like a flash of lightning, splitting the sky, like how you split a sandwich into 2 equal pieces. To make it more manageable to hold and eat, a bird crapped on my head. Of course it did. Of course it did. If I was a bird, I might as well crap on your head right now. It was the second most shocking moment of my life. What was the first? He ignores me and keeps going. I want to grab him and shake him. Is he just trying to keep momentum? I go with that, even if it's more likely he just didn't hear me. It was like in the openings to some kind of anime show. You know how there is always a part where the main dude is fighting his rival and they fly at each other and clash shots and there's like big dramatic color auras and zoom. It was like that, but with... Okay. So yeah, I need some money, please. Don't leave me hanging, man. I only need like 1,000 yen. I thought it was 400. Okay. What? I'll pay you back, I swear. You better, that's what it means to borrow stuff. Don't know when I'll be able to pay you back. You have 1 week. Kenji whistles and makes a noise like a dying. A particularly disturbing fact given that his beaten is oh my gosh, that is not right. You're not supposed to be so tight-assed about money between brothers in arms, man. Men have it bad enough as it is. Do you know that? Okay, shut up. That doesn't mean okay, shut up. So, oh my gosh. Struggling to make ends meet as I fight the feminist agenda and you can't even spot me or crumbs you. Nobody understands. Nobody. Wouldn't feminists be against pornography in the first place? The feminist agenda stuff again. This stuff is important. I can see that you don't give it. But this is serious here. Feminists are a dangerous enemy. Make no mistake. You take them lightly and you'll wake up in the morning with a knife in your bag. BAM! Out of nowhere. How do you wake up in the morning if someone stabbed you in your sleep? Women are oh, bird. That's so sexist. Women are terrible at stabbing things. I thought you said don't take them lightly. Well, I mean don't take them lightly for the big things. Individually, they're not a threat, but if they're in some kind of war, like a big war with men on one side and the feminist forces on the other side, they will be pretty ugly. And that day will come, when the feminists come out of the central top secret worldwide feminist headquarters and say, it's on now, MF. You're being ridiculous. There's no big worldwide feminist headquarters building. Where would they even hide that? I mean, it has to be massive. You couldn't hide it on Earth. Someone would notice a big fortress with a woman only in it. Who said it was on Earth? I turn away from Kenji and start practicing frowning faces in the mirror so that I can figure out what kind of frown will best express my emotions. He can't see me from this distance away. Which unfortunately means that he'll just keep on ranting without any regard to sense or sensibility. Yeah, there is a war going on. A war not many know about. But it's a great one that will one day boil over and encompass all of the known world. Then we will have to pick sides. We will have to make a stand. In fact, it's happening right now. Imagine it. The bloody battlefield. A vicious conflict without end. I almost gave up when I thought this cause was silly. When I grew tired of the bleakness of our fight. When I mistook the time the power went off for a feminist raid and thought the end was near. But then I realized that if I gave up, it would all be over. And I was like, whoa. And I knew I had to get serious. Because I am the last sane man in an insane world. It's about duty. Must be a pretty crappy movement if all the hinges on one naked guy renting in the bathroom with another naked guy. So can I have the money? He was walking the way out. It's getting cold because I'm still naked and I want to go to class, so I agreed to spot him the money. Awesome, thanks dude. We should go bowling later on. Bowling? Yeah, it's the ultimate sport. There are almost no women bowlers either, making it also the manliest sport. I don't think that's how it works. But okay. Should I wear my pink bowling shirt with matching shoes or the pastel green with flower essence? There are bowling clothes? Maybe. Anyway, you had better pay me back. I can pay you back in stuff, right? No, I don't have the time to ask him to elaborate on what that means. I don't know, I have to get to class. You're kind of in the way. Oh sorry, yeah, I don't want to hold you up. And I have some stuff to do myself. The time has come. Time for what? I just like saying that. Okay, now the time has really come. For what? I have to use the bathroom, get out of it. I was just going to, and what does that mean? It's a big bathroom. So I have to be alone or I can't go, the pressure. Sometimes I have that, yeah. Okay, what if someone else comes in? I'll think of something. I give him my practice frown and it looks kind of silly reflected in his glasses. He either doesn't notice or doesn't see. Anyway, so I get dressed and run back into my room, feeling as though an eternity has passed since I woke up. That is time I will never get back. I'll get him for this somehow. You know, like, I'm busy thinking the same thing. Like, honestly, like, that was kinda... But right now, I have to get to class. I'm the first person in class today, although I think I'm a little too early. Then again, sitting alone here for 20 minutes sure beats having to suffer that time with Kenji. Alright, so that was this. Oh my gosh. Ow. Sorry. So that was this episode of Katawa Shoujo. I hope you guys did enjoy. Be sure to leave a like if you did like it. And yeah, so today what we did was we met up with Emmy at a track. We got the nurse warning us about stuff. And then we had like this confrontation with Kenji, so yep. Oh yeah, and we also helped pay Rin to kind of stuff. So that's where we're gonna leave it off, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.